That's the way I like it.
Hello, Gene Asen here. Today I am kind of excited because I had a breakthrough moment the other day that has lifted a weight from my shoulders that I have had for a number of years. And it has to do with solidifying my why. And if you don't know what your why is, it's important that you spend some time identifying it. Because when things are challenging with your business, and they will be, every legitimate business has challenges, your why is what gives you the energy, the drive, and the focus to work through it and not give up. Now, I had a why, which was basically helping other people to learn internet marketing using a proven step-by-step formula and system combined with the Empower Network. The satisfaction gained from making a difference in other person's life, while at the same time working towards my own financial freedom, is tremendously rewarding to me. But I had a problem that for years has worked to keep a feeling of negativity and anger present in my life. Now, it might be hard for you to tell from this video, but I am not a part of the 20-somethings. In reality, I'm a baby boomer, so I know firsthand what life was like without color TV, cell phones, and of course the meaning of OMG, ROTFLMAO exclamation point. I am not these days a big TV watcher, but when I do take the time, I tend to turn on the cable news shows whose main topic is politics. I live in a suburb of Chicago, Illinois, in Cook County that has come to be known as Crook County. Illinois produces a steady flow of corrupt politicians. This is not just my opinion. Up until just recently, we had 2 governors in federal prison at the same time, and soon we will have a high-profile U.S. congressman taking up residence in another one. I have seen for decades the erosion of freedom from the citizens of my state and my country taken by greedy, self-serving politicians at all levels of government from all political parties. It would be easy for me to take the attitude that all politicians are crooks, especially living here in Crook County, Illinois. But I know in my heart that is just not true. I do not know all the politicians personally, so applying any label to them would not be right. Some I have personally talked to and feel that they are good, honest people. But here's the problem. They are ineffective. Here in Illinois, it is commonly known that the state legislature is controlled by one single individual. And if he doesn't like what someone is proposing, it will not pass because he controls the majority of the votes. So now, it's not only a people problem of self-interested crooks running the state, it's a system problem, whereby the political system has been so manipulated over time that simply voting for some individuals in or out will not change the end results, because the system in place controls what happens. Something started out almost 250 years ago as having individuals represent the wishes of their constituents has been reworked behind closed doors, little by little, over time, to become a kind of horse trading bazaar by a small group of individuals that are not really concerned about the citizens they are supposed to represent. They are only concerned about getting reelected and maintaining control. They pass laws and regulations for everyone and exempt themselves from them. If they should get caught lying or breaking laws, other than the occasional Illinois governor or congressman, there seems to be very little, if any, consequences. In my mind, the only way to change this well-entrenched culture of political corruption, whose goal appears to be to keep individuals powerless and dependent so that they can control them for their votes, is going to be a complete replacement of all politicians and a complete overhaul of the political system that exists today, starting over again with the Constitution that is ignored and trampled on by today's elected officials. Such an undertaking cannot occur without chaos, fighting, loss of life, destruction of property, and the disruption of everyone's life in the United States. I felt completely powerless to do anything about this and resigned myself to try and just take care of myself and my family. This left me feeling disappointed in myself for just trying to bury my head in the sand and ignore what was going on around me. I was saddened for the future of my children, my state, and my country. So about 6 weeks ago, I signed up in Empower Network and followed the daily step-by-step training from them and my team, the Prosperity Team. I began listening to audios, watching videos, and interacting with other members on my team every day. In one of the videos with David Wood and David Sharp, I heard these words: Empower Network is not just a program. It is not just about the money. It is a movement to lift up people and change their way of thinking and make a difference in their lives. Not right away, but a little later, those words started to sink in and mesh with everything else I had been learning on a daily basis. It was then that a new why emerged for me, and a great sense of relief followed, because my feeling of powerlessness to make a positive difference is now lifted from my shoulders. And I realized that by taking action to help others become financially and psychologically independent and to teach them to do the same with others, they would no longer be dependent on anyone, including the politicians. Once a person is not dependent on their politicians for the necessities of life, the politicians lose their control and their power. The old Chinese proverb, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime, is really in play here. The government will only give people a fish, so they are dependent every day. The Empower Network teaches people how to fish, so they become independent for a lifetime. When I combine this with the concept of the mastermind as defined by Napoleon Hill in his classic Think and Grow Rich, which is coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. The attainment of a brighter future starts to appear for me. The crooked politicians used to have to do their work in secret behind closed doors, but the system has been so corrupted they can now arrogantly flaunt it right in our faces. Remember the famous words, "We need to pass this bill before we read it," in reference to the Health Care Act? Is this the type of blind leadership the citizens of the United States really want or deserve? These politicians know they have so many people dependent on what they take from the producers and redistribute to their supporters that it doesn't matter how absurd their statements. The bought and paid for mainstream media propaganda machine apparently will do nothing to hold them accountable. The members of the Empower Network, on the other hand, do not have to hide behind closed doors. The message is positive and uplifting. And as the collective conscious grows more powerful in the mastermind and spreads with viral marketing, we can one day eliminate the power base of the crooks without armed revolution or war, without chaos and disruption of people's lives. So that is my why, helping anyone who would like to be a part of our team and achieve freedom for themselves, their families, and others. If that's you and you would like to learn more, just click on the link below this video and we'll get started. Have a prosperous day.